Thierry, hi, Hannah from Sky News. Can you tell me what it's like to be playing for such an exciting team this season?
Well, for me, it's kind of different because obviously I had a preseason this time and I feel a little bit sharper. But as you can see, it's a great club. We're trying to go the right way and hopefully we're going to do something good this season.
And what about playing with John Rooney, Wayne's younger brother? How's he doing?
Well, he's doing well. I mean, he's new in the team. He's going to have to make his way through the team, but he has some good skills on the ball. He can strike the ball well. I was impressed with the way he strikes the ball. He learned from Wayne. No, I think he's going to be a great asset for us, but you can see he has some good talent.
Thank you so much.
Thierry, did you enjoy the trips to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and to Arizona?
I have to say Mexico was great, Fort Lauderdale was great, and Arizona, I don't know. I'm not having a go at anybody, but the place was great. The facilities were great, but we were far away from everything. So, and that's where we stayed the longest. But at the end of the day, you go there to practice and have a preseason. But sometime in your off time, you want to be able to do something, and we couldn't do it too much. But it was great at the end of the day. I got a tan, so it's not a bad one.
Can you compare where you are physically with less than a week now before the opening to where you were when you arrived last year, mid-season?
Basically, for me, even though I didn't play too much at the end of the season last season in Europe, you know, you arrive at the end of the season, so I arrived there exhausted. I had 2 weeks of vacation, and I went straight into the team, so I had actually no power, no nothing, no movement, nothing. I was empty, so it's difficult. You can't even compare it.
Are you happy with the way the team has looked during preseason?
I mean, I don't know if you guys saw some of the games, but the game, for example, against Atlas, I don't know how many opportunities we had to score. Kansas City, the same. Chivas was a good game too. I know we didn't end up at the end of the game to win it, but they were not bad games. We talked with the boss about having an identity, and we would like to have, you know, a way of, if people can recognize that we play football. You know, we pass the ball on the ground, and that's what we're trying to do. I think now we also have to try to put the ball in the back of the net a bit more. But having said that, it's always good when you create opportunities to do it.
Has your opinion of the league changed at all since you've been here?
Sorry, I didn't.
Has your opinion of the league changed at all since you've been here a half a year and gone through a full preseason and got to know the commissioner and some people?
I can't say it did change because I didn't have an opinion right from the start. You know, as I said to you when I first arrived here, a lot of people were talking about the league, but I like to judge by myself. And like I said, and I will say it and I will maintain it, you have some good teams here, some good players, and teams that wants to play football. I mean, the other day, our reserve played against Dallas, and it was beautiful to see Dallas play. You know, I really enjoyed the game. They passed the ball around. They have some great players. I thought at the time last year they were the best team. They lost in the final, but that's the type of team that we need to try to copy.
Thierry, how much more comfortable are you this year as opposed to when you got here last year? And can you talk just about what you're more aware of now?
I don't know if you can use the word comfortable, because at the end of the day, you know, I do feel comfortable in the team with my teammates. It was more a matter of being fit. Hopefully this year I won't have any problem, and I can have some games under my belt, because that's the most important thing. You know, now the only thing that I do miss is competition. You know, try to get some run-up games. But I was right. I was comfortable right from the start, to be honest. You know, they made me feel welcome when I arrived here. The team or the players. So I was, you know, comfortable right from the start, and that didn't change.
There are a number of. Do you see your role on the team this year as a goal scorer, as an assist man?
No, I don't know. You know, I never set myself any target before the season. Personal target, I mean. I see it more like, you know, you reach a time in your career where you want to make the guys around you play better. And in the game that we played in preseason, I did drop a lot, playing in kind of in the midfield and trying to fit all this. It is what it is. I mean, we have Juan Agudelo, and I always talk about Dan Richard. Dan Richard is our go-to player. You know, he always makes stuff happen on the field. So we have guys with pace. So you know, I don't mind playing a bit, you know, more in the middle and trying to fit people in. I don't have a problem with that. I think it's not about me scoring or assisting. I think it has to be a team effort. I said it since I arrived here. You know, the team is good, and we need to do more.
There are a number of fans out there who are concerned that there aren't enough Americans in the starting lineup. Is that a concern for you? Because this is a developing league as opposed to, let's say, England and Spain?
I don't know. People were saying the same thing, you know. In France, at one point, we didn't have a lot of French players in the league. Suddenly, you arrive in England, you don't have a lot of English players in the league. Spain now also, you know, that's the way the world is. Forget only about sports. In life, you know, everybody does move. Now, in any town, you can see people coming from any continent, any type of religion. So that's the way it is. I think I understand at the end of the day, because you want to see a lot of based American players from New York or New Jersey being around. But you can also say that, you know, New York and this organization does represent the town at the end of the day, because that's how the town is also.
Just going back to your role on the team, when you arrived here, Juan Pablo was the big goal scorer, but now he's gone, and you have unproven people up front. So wouldn't that change your role more?
No, I said to you, you know, I scored some goals in friendly games. Dane did, Juan did, Joel Limper did. As I said to you, it is a team effort, and so many times when you look at in some leagues, the goal scorer of the league is not often the champion at the end of the season. So it does happen. It did happen. But I'm saying it is not about who's going to score the goal. Who's going to score the goal? It's about we need to score. It doesn't matter who.
How has your you've had a bit of a preseason now with Agudelo? How has that gone? Playing with him?
Great. I mean, Juan is a great player. You know, last year I was seeing him playing in training. I was like, that guy has skills and a great potential. And unfortunately, you know, Juan was still here. Juan I was there, so maybe he wasn't getting too much of a shot in the team. And then suddenly he came on and he played well. He played well, and he was having a good run. Unfortunately for him, sorry, it was the end of the season. But then he went on to go to the national team and score his first goal and his first cap, and playing with the national team and playing well. I think it's going to be a big expectation for him this year. People are going to wait and see if he can develop and do well as a player. I think he can. One of the things with him is he wants to learn and he works out. So I think he's going the right way right now. But we definitely need him to be good, and I think he will.
Thierry, you talked about the fitness from last year and obviously being dropped into the situation like you were with only the 2-week break, like you said. How much more prepared do you feel for this season than when you got here last year?
You can never know before the beginning of the season. I just feel prepared. You know, that's the main thing. After, you never know how the season is going to go. As I said to you, now I need to get some competition in my legs, but I feel prepared. You know, that's the main thing. After, you're going to perform well or not, but at least, you know, I can have a fair fight.
Did your role change at all being captain this year?
No, as I said, you know, I had to do that when I was Arsenal in the national team. I always said we need to all be together. Obviously, you have guys in the team that have more experience, that maybe knows more about the game. And when we're all out there on the field, we're all captain. You know, I don't see myself above anyone when we're out there. You know, if someone has to tell me something, I hope they're going to say it to me. If it's in a nice way or not, it doesn't matter. And I will let them know also when I'm happy or not happy. I think that's the way a team should go. You know, go in the same direction, no matter who it is.
And with the time, a young player might look to you.
Oh yeah, but then you have times where obviously you need to talk and show yourself. But at times in the game, when the game is hard, you know, you need everybody to step up. Not only 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, the whole squad has to be there and pulling them the right way.
Some of the names that are on the roster and the size of the payroll and so forth. Do you consider MLS Cup to be, I guess, the standard? In other words, if you guys have a good season like last year but don't win MLS Cup, do you feel season was not a success?
I always feel the season is not a success when you don't win. At the end of the day, playing for Arsenal, Barcelona, or whatever, you don't win at the end. It is not a success. There's not such a thing as we made the final, or we played well. It doesn't really matter. The only team that was happy last season was Colorado. Whether you like it or not, I thought Dallas was a better team overall in the season, but they lost. So you have only one winner. I just don't know. I think we talked about it the other day, and I just think that that's why it makes it so hard to win it, because it's a playoff type of thing. You have it also in American football, but for example in the NBA, okay, you have a playoff time, but over 7 games, the best team will win. Okay, Cleveland the other day won against LA. They won against the Knicks. Are they better than them? I don't think so. But that day, they won against them. So in Europe, you win the league, you're champion. Whatever. You can't be lucky over 34 games. But sometimes you can be lucky over 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 6 games. But whatever. But in the playoffs, if you don't have a good game that day, whether you're the best team or not, you're out. And that's what I think makes it really difficult to win this league.
So you really don't feel great pressure to go all the way in the MLS, just to justify having you here, Ron.
I don't know I was born with pressure. Pressure, I mean, it's whatever it is. People are going to talk regardless. And when you look at the team that won the league recently, they were not the guys who had the supposedly, like people said, that they were going to win. So, and when you think about, the team that won the last 2 years, they're the team that made the playoff in the last game of the season, and they went on to win it. As I said to you, anything can happen in the cup game. That's why it's so hard to win in Europe the Champions League or any type of cup, because you don't see a lot of teams winning the Champions League back to back. Because it's a hard one, anything can happen on the day. That's what I said. I don't know. I wasn't even talking about the pressure. The pressure is always there at the end of the day.
Do you personally feel more pressure this year? Last year, maybe just this year, this is the year to step up.
No, I said to you, I don't know whether you are going to play well or not. Pressure is always around. It's been around for 17 years for me. I'm not going to feel more pressure on my 18th season playing football.
Quelques mots en français, s'il vous plaît, pour les médias français qui sont là. Comment vous abordez cette saison?
Déjà prêt, contrairement à l'année dernière, arrivé en fin de saison, pas mal de débats physiques aussi, mais prêt parce que j'ai pu faire une préparation.
Qu'est-ce que ça veut dire jouer pour la ville de New York?
C'est quelque chose que j'ai toujours voulu faire. Je l'ai dit bien avant. J'ai voulu venir un an avant. Ça n'a pas été possible, mais c'est toujours été quelque chose que j'avais en tête depuis un petit moment. Donc
il y a une
vraiment,
fierté.
oui, vraiment un plaisir énorme. Franchement, j'avais envie de le faire et enfin je suis là.
Et vous avez l'impression que ça commence que maintenant?
Non, ça a commencé avant, mais c'est vrai que je pourrais au moins me battre normalement cette année, pour avoir fait au moins une préparation.
Il y a beaucoup de joueurs européens qui disent, comme aux États-Unis, finalement on revient au basique parce que le star system est plutôt vers le basket, le football américain. Donc ici on trouve plus de simplicité peut-être dans le jeu, vous ressentez ça?
Je sais pas si on peut dire ça, c'est vrai que moi ça me dérange pas du tout de passer incognito.
Sans même que vous aimez plutôt.
Ah oui, franchement c'est plutôt mon truc, je suis pas trop de l'autre côté de la barrière. Je préfère être tranquille, c'est vrai qu'ici tu peux vraiment être tranquille, sortir, faire ce que tu veux faire. Ça me dérange pas non plus de ne pas être en première page, ni en Angleterre, c'est le backpage, la dernière page, donc ça me dérange pas, c'est vrai que c'est bien.
En même temps, il y a beaucoup de monde autour des cours aujourd'hui.
C'est le premier jour, c'est normal.
Il y a une grosse attente sur vous.
Ouais, parce que c'est New York, c'est les Red Bull, mais j'en suis sûr si tu vas à LA, au Media Day à LA, c'est pareil, Dallas, il y a de très bons joueurs aussi. Donc voilà, c'est pas souvent.
Comment vous vous sentez à New York, la vie quotidienne pour vous?
Bien, je sais pas, moi personnellement j'aime New York, donc voilà, je suis comme on dit, je suis au beurre.
Une petite question sur l'équipe de France. Qu'est-ce que vous avez pensé des derniers matchs de l'équipe de France?
J'ai regardé le match du Brésil, mais comme je dis bien souvent, j'avais dit que cette équipe elle était dans de bonnes mains et elle avait de l'avenir. J'espère qu'ils se qualifieront. Je pense pas que ça va être un problème, mais j'espère qu'ils vont faire bonne figure à l'Euro. Je pense que ça serait super pour le foot français et pour les supporters.
Il y a un déclic, vous pensez?
Lolo sait exactement ce qu'il y a à faire, il a gagné.
First Frederick.
Il a gagné en tant que joueur avec cette équipe. Entraîneur à Bordeaux, mais il a gagné en tant que joueur avec cette équipe. C'est une bonne chance, mais c'est le bon.
L'idée d'être entraîneur un jour, ça progresse dans votre tête?
Ça paraît facile de loin, ça paraît facile, mais c'est pas aussi facile que ça. Quand je parle avec les anciens, des fois on se croise et c'est pas aussi facile. Donc je vais essayer de terminer, parce que j'ai terminé et on verra après. Mais c'est vrai qu'il y a pas mal d'idées comme ça qui passent par la tête. Mais encore une fois, je le répète, ça paraît facile et maintenant souvent les gars ils sont en pleine souffrance sur les côtés et c'est pas les choix à faire. Tout ça, c'est pas toujours évident, mais on verra bien plus tard.
You're way more skilled than I am when it comes to
Thierry, real quick though.
Merci.
That what will feel like? Actually, two questions. You're going to be going on a friendly in May to Montreal. How will that be exciting for you?
You know what? I actually look forward to go there because obviously you got to know that they speak French there. There's a big French community, and I always wanted to go there, and I never had the chance to make it. I heard that they were like big French fans, so
yes, they are.
I kind of, not kind of, but I've been talking to Greg to search about it, and he said it's gonna be crazy when we're gonna go there, and I'm actually really looking forward to go there.
And secondly, your first opponent will be the Seattle Sounders. I know you weren't here when they played last year.
I played them with Barcelona.
Oh, okay.
I have to say, first of all, we played them there at their place, and the stadium was packed. And usually, when you go on tour with Barcelona, the stadium is packed because you know the guys are coming to see Barcelona.
Yes.
You know, and when you come on the beach, normally, you know, you get cheered.
Yes.
Whatever. They were booing us. I felt like wow, they were booing us. You know, they were behind their team. You know, they have amazing fans. I have to say, you know, and they're playing good football. I was impressed with the left winger and I forgot his name. I can't say his name properly. And Montero also. You know,
Freddie Montero.
And the guy playing on the left. Wow, they were great players. They gave us a hard game. We won it at the end, but I'm saying some of the guys at Barcelona were impressed with the team, with the stadium, and with the fans.
Were you telling him it was good to be able to stay off the back pages, or ruining not being able to get on?
No. They were just saying, you know, they were asking me if I do enjoy not being in the front, you know, and I went, oh yeah, hell yeah. You know, whatever, you know. You know, nobody like, I'm not saying that in a bad way, don't get me wrong, but you know, I can do without it. It's okay, it's alright, I don't mind.
That's it for me.